Hi, I'm Paul Schenk, and I'm here to introduce you to the world's best kept culinary secret. It's Korean food, also known as hanshik. Now we're going to make a real Korean classic Haemul Pajeon. Haemul means seafood, pa means green onion, and jeon is like a savory pancake. So it's a seafood with green onion savory pancake. I've got to go to the fridge and grab out the seafood. It's our first step. So let's give this dish a crack. What are we looking for? Seafood. Gorgeous fresh seafood. So I've got with me a great selection of fresh seafood. Now, the selection that I've chosen today is based on the traditional recipe, and it's based on what we can get here in Korea at the moment. So I've got to chop the squid to match the size for us. I've got squid legs. I've just taken the legs, the head off, and I've cleaned inside the squid. I'm going to slice rings, thinly sliced rings of the squid. Be careful when doing this, it is slippery. You don't want to cut yourself. We'll just slice the bottom fin part. Now with the legs, I want to keep the legs with the tentacles. Just slice them into lengths of 3 or 4 centimeters. I'll take off the very bottom piece so the legs are separate. Slice that through. There we go. Our squid is good. I've got the clams. I'll just give the clams one more quick wash. Okay, so the clams are good. All right, I'll put the clams, drain that liquid off. Put the clams in with the squid. The oysters, I'll drain off the liquid from the oysters. Gorgeous fresh oysters. I've got the small prawns, pop them in. And the scallops, I'm going to slice the scallops through into 3. Actually into 2, that's fine. They're not that thick a scallop, it's okay. Yeah, this one I'll do in 3, it's a bit bigger. You want it quite thin so it cooks the same time as the other ingredients. Great. Okay, so the seafood's there. I've just got to add a little bit of seasoning to this seafood. A touch of salt, some black pepper. I've got some chopped garlic here, a little bit of chopped spring onion, some sesame seeds, sprinkling of sesame seeds, and some sesame oil. Trusty squeezy bottle, sesame oil. That's a nice marination. Mix that in well. I've got my spring onions. Spring onions, I just have to make sure that they're clean and that there's no little dead pieces on them. So I've just got to give them a wash in the sink. I need enough for 1 pancake. 1 pancake requires quite a bit. Try and get the smaller spring onions. These are small, not the big size. But I think that will be enough for 1 portion. Okay, we'll give them a wash. Looking good. Very fresh. All right. Shake off the water. Should be enough for 1. All right. What I need to do is line them up. Take off the bottom of them. I'll use that for a soup or a stock or something later. And then I'd like them at this length. Looking good. Next is the chilies. I'm going to prepare the chilies. Chilies are something that you can add more of or less of. For this recipe, definitely requires chili. That is, Haemul Pajeon is not the same without them. Green and red, sliced on the angle, quite fine. That's a really nice chili. It's very crisp. It's always good to test the spiciness of the chili too, because that obviously gives you a gauge of how much or how little you should put in. Beautiful flavor. This one's not spicy at all, so I'm going to put quite a bit. It's almost like a capsicum. A little bit of spice coming in now, but not much. Lucky me. The next step is to make the batter. The batter's really easy, dead easy. I've got a bowl here. In the bowl, I'm going to add 2 parts plain flour, 1 part chapsal or sticky or glutinous rice flour. And to this, I just need to add some water. Now, the water we add bit by bit as we go. To this, I'm also going to add some salt. Not too much, because there's already the seafood's already salted. A little bit of pepper in there. Put the egg in now also. So 1 egg, in it goes. And then the water, bit by bit. Come on in, Duncan, and have a close look at what I'm doing. You can see the mixture in the middle and the flour on the outside. I add a bit more water, and this will just thicken up. It'll take on more of the flour from the outside. It's looking good. Very smooth. I think we're just about right there. Yep, that's looking good. I'm happy with that. You can see the texture when I hold it up. Woo. First step for cooking process. A touch of oil, a non-stick fry pan that's warm. Once again, I don't want it too hot. A little bit of oil, not too much. The pa, or the spring onion that I prepared earlier, we're going to spread out evenly on the fry pan. You can hear a little bit of a sizzle already. And then facing the other way. The size that I cut them is perfect for this fry pan. That's a good amount. You can see that amount there, Duncan. That's a good amount for 1 pancake. To this, I'm going to pour over now a little of the batter. Very smooth, nice batter. 1 spoonful, put it around. A little bit more. We don't want too much. For this, I will actually bring in my hand to spread it out evenly. Make sure that we've got it, all the corners covered. There we go. We're going to cook that on a very low heat, because what will happen is the onions will discolor. So very low heat so they don't discolor too much. Now's the time to put the seafood on top. We've got oysters, prawns, calamari or squid rings. I like seafood, so I'm going to put a lot on here. You can, of course, make a pajeon with different toppings. Looks good, right? They often refer to this too as the Korean pizza. I guess the only resemblance really is that it's got flour in it, some of the ingredients, and the shape. Afterwards you can cut it into wedges or however you like. The chilies I'm going to put on top. Put them around. Again, they're not spicy, they're not particularly spicy, so you can put a lot on. I think the temperature should be fine. The batter's cooking well underneath. One little trick to put on top, I've got my egg mix. 1 more egg in here. I'm going to put a touch of water inside it, just a touch. Touch of water, mix it up. This is going to go over the top of the John, the Haemul Pajeon. A little bit more, and that will seal in all of those ingredients on the top. Oh, it's cooking really well. Alright, I think it's ready to flip. This will be one action. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. We're going to cook it on this side now for a few more minutes on a very low heat. Alright. We're ready to turn it over. Duncan, you ready? All right, we'll turn this over and see how it looks. Fingers crossed, it's looking good. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, that's looking great. See the color on that? It's got nice color. The seafood's cooked through. I believe we're ready to plate it up and eat it. I will present it seafood side up so you can see all the seafood. See everything there. And there we have it. Wow, look at that. That is incredible. Now, this dish you could not even think about eating without having a glass of makgeolli. Now, traditionally, makgeolli, Haemul Pajeon, hand in hand, 100%. I'm ready to go. I've got the makgeolli, 1 glass, you can see that. Fermented rice wine. We have just uncovered one of the world's best kept culinary secrets. This is Haemul Pajeon, seafood savory pancake with spring onions. It's a gorgeous dish, easy to make. Give it a crack, have some fun with it, and more importantly, enjoy eating it with some friends. Enjoy that.